Hello and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden, and today I'm going to be making one of the most popular whiskey cocktails of all time, the Whiskey Sour. Let's get right into this. Now, I want to preface this by saying not everyone loves Whiskey Sour. Not a lot of people like eating or drinking a raw egg in their drink, and not a lot of people like the lemon flavor that gets added to the drink through the lemon juice. But let me tell you, as soon as you acquire a taste for Whiskey Sour, nothing will be more refreshing to you on a hot summer day, and it's just one of the best drinks that whiskey can be put into in a cocktail. That being said, I am using Remus Repeal Reserve 5. Now, the reason I'm using this bourbon is because it is a high rye bourbon, and a lot of the notes are a little bit more aggressive. It's got a lot of oak and spice to it and some leathery notes that'll really cancel out and play well with the super sweetness of the lemon juice and simple syrup in this cocktail. So that being said, we're going to start off with 2 ounces of our bourbon whiskey of choice, which is Remus Repeal Reserve 5. And we're going to take our jigger and measure right into there, all the way up to the 2-ounce point. Throw it right in the shaker. Next up is going to be 0.75 ounces of fresh lemon juice. So we're going to take a fresh lemon and give it a cut in half here. Kind of hard to do when you don't have a full table in front of you, but we are going to throw it in our lemon juicer. So we're going to take that lemon and we're going to do 0.75 ounces of lemon juice. So we're going to squeeze that right into our jigger here, all the way up to 0.75 in the jigger. Put that right in our shaker tin. Next up, we're going to take 0.5 ounces of simple syrup and we're going to put it right in our shaker. So we're going to put it in our jigger first, do 0.5 ounces of simple syrup. Into the tin it goes. And for those of you who are watching, I use a Boston shaker because I prefer it over one of the ones with the caps. They usually get stuck, and I just would rather use a Boston shaker like this. Now, one of the most controversial parts of this cocktail is going to be 1 egg white. So you only want the white, no yolk in this cocktail. And what it's going to do for you is really give you that texture that you love in a whiskey cocktail. Some people don't add the egg white, but honestly, if you're going to make a whiskey sour, you're going to want to make it with an egg white. So whenever you guys mix a cocktail with an ingredient like an egg white, you're going to want to dry shake it first. So you're not going to want to add any ice to your tin. Just add your glass and give it a couple shakes because you want it to get frothy. Next, you're going to want to break the seal. Now that's a little bit frothy, and you're going to want to add ice to your shaker. Re-add the cup and give it a couple good shakes. Now you're going to want to shake that good enough to get everything mixed well. Break up that ice just a little bit and kind of get that egg fully frothy for your drink. Now you want to take a strainer, put it over the top, strain it into a smaller glass that you have. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now this next part is optional. I prefer it because I love Angostura bitters. So we're going to do 3 to 4 dashes of Angostura bitters right on the top for presentation and garnish. Just want to take it and just do 1, 2, 3 right on top. So for garnish on this drink, you're going to want to do 1 slice of lemon, like so, and 1 Luxardo cherry. And you're going to want to take your poker and do a couple stirs around those Angostura bitters, make it look real nice, and then put the cherry over the top like that. And that's how you have a whiskey sour. Cheers. Now there you have a whiskey sour. Let's get on it. Go ahead and now there you have a whiskey sour. Let's go ahead and get some tasting notes on this bad boy. And man, I'm excited. This is a fantastic cocktail like I previously said. So Let's see how it is. Okay, so right away, super lemony, very citrusy, delicious. That foam on the top from the egg whites really gives it a nice texture. You can smell the bitters right on top of the foam. It's just so refreshing and nice. This is probably the best choice. I mean, don't get me wrong, you don't want to use an allocated bottle like this every time you make a cocktail. But for this cocktail, I mean, the spicy and leather notes on this bourbon really bring out a lot of that bourbon flavor in this cocktail where it can sometimes lack. You don't want to use too sweet of a whiskey in this cocktail because it'll get overpowered by the lemon and simple syrup. But man, this is fantastic. So, very sweet, lemony, citrusy. That leather and tobacco from the Remus Repeal, it is there. And the baking spice coming out of the Remus Repeal is showing through remarkably well in this cocktail. The egg white adds no flavor really to the drink. What it does is it gives it a nice texture, and it adds that foam layer to the top, which you can see here. And it really, if you don't have the egg white, it is optional. If you don't have it, it's still a good cocktail, but the egg white, the texture that gives it, it makes it thick and nice, and every bourbon drinker knows the thicker the drink, the better the drink. So definitely adding the egg white in there and you guys won't be disappointed. Man, this is just an amazing cocktail. So my grade for this cocktail is an 8.3. Now, this gets an 8.3 because it's simply an amazing whiskey cocktail. It brings a lot of that whiskey forward, but it can be overpowered. That's why it's only getting an 8.3. It is super refreshing, especially on a summer day, for those of you who don't want to drink your whiskey neat on a summer day. So definitely add in some of that nice higher proof whiskey to this cocktail, and you guys will surely enjoy the refreshing nature of it. It's amazing. The bitters really adds a lot of that nice pungent bitter note on the nose, but it's not really in the drink as much as it is a garnish. So this gets an 8.3 for me. It's an amazing cocktail, very refreshing, perfect for the summer day when you guys don't want to drink cask strength whiskey. Add a little bit higher proof whiskey to this, perfect for sitting down and enjoying in the sun. So that's it for the video. Leave a comment in the comment section if you like whiskey sours, and let me know if you guys want to see any particular cocktail videos in the future. That being said, I'm Holden, this is the Bourbon Bar, and I'll see you guys in the next class. Cheers.